The lack of natural habitat due to human development has driven baboons to seek food in urban areas. This behavior often leads to conflicts as baboons may invade residential areas and even steal belongings from people's homes. Baboons cause significant issues when they invade residential areas, vandalize trash cans, and steal fruits and vegetables from inside houses. They often roam freely, scavenging for food everywhere, which disturbs both residents and tourists. This behavior results in millions of dollars in damages to tourist attractions annually and leads to a decline in tourist numbers visiting Cape Town due to safety concerns. Professional hunters often choose densely wooded areas because they provide ample hiding spots for baboons. They set up tents made of fabric, using leaves to cover the tents to create a natural appearance for camouflage. They specifically prepare fresh fruits to attract baboons and ensure a highly effective hunting session. The use of hunting equipment of varying weights allows the hunting team to deal with baboons in different terrains. Ultimately, after concluding the hunting expedition, despite the journey being over, the hunting team eagerly anticipates the next hunting experience following the successful defeat of the baboon. Conservationists strongly oppose the extermination of baboons, arguing that they have inhabited this land for millions of years, and killing them is inhumane. Therefore, after completing the sterilization process, the U.S. government plans to reintroduce baboons into conservation areas to protect this species in their natural environment. Experts will conduct health checks to ensure that baboons are healthy enough to adapt and thrive in their new environment, including medical examinations, nutritional assessments, and identifying any health issues. Given the impact of these solutions in controlling the spread of invasive species, do you believe there are better alternatives? Please share your opinions and comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel and stay updated with our upcoming videos. Finally, share this video with your friends so they can also watch and enjoy it. Hello everyone, today we will lead you into a battle against the most devastating invasive species in the world, causing damage not only to ecosystems but also to crops. This story is about a farmer's struggle against an invasive species that seems harmless but is actually very dangerous: wild boars. Join us as we explore this journey. Last fall, we witnessed the invasion of wild boars in a cornfield in Texas. What was particularly notable was their tremendous destructive power and how they created unprecedented chaos. Their noses can smell food and bountiful fields. They entered the fields with their offspring to eat the foods that farmers had prepared to harvest. At this time, we will explore the importance of corn for wild boars. For wild boars, corn is an indispensable part of their daily menu, especially in cornfields. Corn provides the best nutrients and energy for wild boars. Cornfields are where they choose to hide and find their food. They come and destroy the cornfields from within instead of from the outside. They attack with high precision. Wild pigs in the United States have torn through many cornfields and exerted pressure on surrounding residential areas. When driving through a cornfield, you might encounter a herd of wild pigs running wild, causing destruction and trampling on farmers' property. To prevent wild boars from destroying cornfields at night, farmers organize hunts right in their own fields as night falls. To do this, they must have many years of hunting experience and very accurate vision, because you can't quickly escape from a scary animal like them. They are highly active at night, move in herds, and each herd consists of about 10 to 20 wild boars. They attack and consume anything they encounter, including the carcasses of other animals. They infiltrate cities, rummage through garbage bins, and pollute the environment. They roam freely on roads, causing fear among people and hindering traffic flow. The battle against wild boars is ongoing, and we need to find solutions to protect cornfields and ecosystems. You now have a clearer understanding of the threat and the efforts of American farmers to safeguard cornfields from wild boar invasions. Let's continue to another area where the natural landscape is being encroached upon. In addition to the negative impacts caused by 287 million feral rabbits in Australia in recent years, Australia's natural and agricultural landscapes have also been dramatically altered by the influence of other invasive species, including wild goats, wild boars, wild camels, and the European red fox. Similar to how invasive species are controlled in the United States, the Australian government allows people to hunt certain invasive species in large numbers. Additionally, economically valuable invasive species are collected and sold by farmers to offset lost production costs. In the 17th century, goats were brought as pets and food, but after many years, the goats escaped or were released into the wild, establishing feral goat populations. Today, there are about 2.3 million feral goats living in Australia, mainly distributed in semi-arid or mountainous areas such as Western New South Wales, South Australia, Western Australia, and Queensland. Like white-tailed deer in the United States, wild goats in Australia can also appear quite cute. However, the population of over 2 million feral goats causes significant damage to Australia's agriculture and environment. In regions like Western Australia, wild goat herds contribute significantly to environmental degradation due to competition for water, food, and shelter with native wildlife and livestock. Currently, commercial harvesting of wild goats is valued at around $29 million. And many Australian herders consider capturing and selling wild goats an essential part of their business. This practice helps them mitigate the economic losses caused by feral goats. Australia often employs horses and helicopters to gather hundreds of wild goats before selling them to goat meat processing facilities. In addition to wild goats, feral camels also pose a significant problem for Australia's natural landscape and agriculture. In the 1840s, the first camels were brought to Australia by the British to assist in exploring the remote and inhospitable regions of the continent. At that time, they were not considered problematic. However, with the advent of motorized transportation in the 1920s, camel travel was gradually phased out, leading to camels being released into the wild. It is estimated that in the early 2000s, the population of wild camels in Australia peaked at around 3.1 million. However, when control methods such as hunting, trapping, and other methods were applied, the numbers of these animals decreased by more than half. Feral camels pose particular problems for people living in areas where they are most common. They can also deplete small reservoirs of water in arid areas. Additionally, wild camels become aggressive towards sheep and cattle, sometimes refusing to let them feed or drink. The estimated economic damage caused by wild camels in Australia is around $17 million per year, although this reported number is likely much lower. When hunting wild camels across mainland Australia, currently the most popular method is aerial hunting by helicopter. They gather wild camels together and then slaughter them. Most state governments and the national government allow people to hunt wild camels in unlimited numbers. So, now you know more about this wild animal, right? If you like this video, please check out our next video. Goodbye, and see you in the next video. If you continue feeding them, you may be attacked at any time. Therefore, to avoid such a situation, I advise you to abandon this action and learn how to prevent wolves from approaching your area. Feeding wolves has an impact on your family pets, especially domestic dogs. North America is facing a potential risk from wolf attacks on pets, particularly domestic dogs, as these wild animals typically hunt at night. At night, limited visibility aids wolves in approaching prey more easily and increases their chances of finding food. In 2023, over 1,000 cases of wolves attacking domestic dogs were recorded across North America. To protect your dogs, keep them in their enclosures after dark. Wolves typically hunt in packs of 5 to 7, posing serious danger to domestic dogs. Furthermore, The impact of wolves on the North American ecosystem is estimated to be highly significant, causing losses amounting to billions of dollars annually. Wolves are among the fastest land animals, capable of running up to 56 miles per hour, which aids them in efficiently hunting prey, such as wild rabbits. Thanks to this speed, wolves can single-handedly control invasive rabbit populations. Before facing the threat of invasive wolves, North Americans always meticulously prepare for each hunt. They equip themselves with appropriate hunting gear to efficiently and safely take down prey. They also carry personal items to ensure safety during their hunting expeditions. Moving across snow-covered terrain poses significant risks, requiring hunters to possess extensive skills and experience to overcome these challenges. They often use motorized snowmobiles or dog sleds, which are wooden or metal frames with runners attached to the bottom, to travel across snow at speeds up to 60 miles per hour, faster than the wolf's speed of 56 miles per hour. Using snowmobiles or dog sleds also enhances the safety of hunters. To ensure safety, they typically hunt in groups of at least 3 people. Hunters are rewarded with a large meal of wolf meat after completing their wolf hunting mission. Join me to learn about the process of getting wolf meat. First, hunters will manually separate wolf hair from their bodies. When the wolf is put down after being defeated, workers will hang the wolf upside down to easily separate the fur. They will hang the hind legs up and down and use tools to separate the fur from the wolf's legs to the neck. Unlike other animals, wolf fur is easily separated from the body, so workers do not need to use much strength, and within 24 hours, they can separate 5 wolves. Florida. These alarming numbers have turned the country's economy upside down, causing a situation where supply is lower than demand. Florida's pig herd has been reduced by nearly 100 million compared to the previous year, causing pork prices in Europe to reach a 6-year high. These numbers show not only the economy under threat, but also the suffering of farmers whose pig farming is their main source of income. African swine fever is caused by the African swine fever virus, ASFV. Studies have suggested that feral swine may be a source of this virus, and similar variants have been detected in feral swine samples in some areas of Florida. Transmission of the virus from wild boars to domestic pigs could be a potential cause of the epidemic. Outraged by the encroachment of wild boars, farmers have cooperated to exterminate them. They have organized hunting measures both during the day and at night. They hope that dealing with the wild boars using this method will help protect the livestock and agricultural industries from this worrying threat. Mary, instead of focusing solely on using hunting gear, took the time to observe and understand the behavior of this invasive species and learn about its habitat. During a hunting trip, she successfully took down a wild boar thanks to her accurate observation of its actions. To make the best choice, we need to consider factors such as effectiveness, cost, and impact on the environment and other wildlife. In many cases, a combination of methods may be optimal. For example, using hunting in conjunction with appropriately designed fences can enhance effectiveness while minimizing unintended impacts.